Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, Princess Anaya lived in a grand palace adorned with towering minarets and shimmering glass windows. But her life was shrouded in mystery. Every night, an eerie voice echoed through her palace as if calling out to her. One night, under the mysterious glow of the full moon, Princess Anaya decided to uncover the truth. She carefully made her way to the forbidden part of the palace, where no one was allowed to go. There, hidden behind an ancient wall, she discovered a concealed door. As soon as she touched it, the door creaked open, revealing a dark and endless tunnel. With a mix of fear and curiosity, Princess Anaya stepped into the tunnel. The darkness was so deep that she could only hear the sound of her own breath. Suddenly, she arrived at a grand hall made of marble. In the center of the hall lay an ancient mirror, faintly glowing. The moment she touched the mirror, a bright light burst forth, revealing a sinister figure, the spirit of an evil sorcerer who had been sealed away in ancient times. "You are the one who can set me free," the dark voice whispered. But the princess realized that if she made a mistake, darkness would consume her kingdom. Using her wisdom and courage, she noticed a strange marking on the corner of the mirror. When she placed her hand upon it, a magical arrow shot out, trapping the sorcerer's spirit within the mirror once more. The entire tunnel trembled, walls began to crumble, and the princess quickly dashed back toward the palace. But the story did not end there. Princess Anaya wondered, if one mirror held such power, there must be more secrets hidden within the palace. The next day, she ventured into the old library and studied ancient scrolls. There, she learned that the mirror was not just a magical object, but a gateway to another world. That night, when everyone was asleep, she returned to the tunnel. But this time, the mirror was different. As soon as she touched it, she felt as if she were floating. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a strange and mystical city. Enigmatic creatures roamed the streets, some with glowing eyes, others with hands emitting radiant light. An old woman approached her. "You are Princess Anaya, the one we've been waiting for," she said. "You possess a power that only a chosen few have. You must save this world." The princess was astonished, but she trusted her inner strength. She was no longer just an ordinary princess. She was now the protector of a magical realm, and this was only the beginning. The new journey. Realizing her newfound power, Princess Anaya asked the old woman, "What must I do?" The old woman replied, "This city is under great threat. You must find the Golden Book, a treasure that only the pure-hearted can obtain. It can only be opened by someone with a true purpose." "Where is this book?" the princess asked eagerly. The old woman took a deep breath and said, "It lies within the dark palace. But reaching it won't be easy. You must pass 3 trials." Princess Anaya began the trials. The first was a test of patience, where she had to cross an icy mountain to retrieve a glowing stone without any help. The path was treacherous. Cracks formed in the ice, winds howled fiercely, and every step was perilous. Ferocious beasts emerged along the way, attempting to push her back. At one point, she encountered a hidden swamp beneath the ice, where one wrong step meant certain doom. But the princess did not lose hope. She carefully measured each step and finally reached the glowing stone. As soon as she touched it, a burst of light signaled the completion of her first trial. The second trial tested her truthfulness. A cunning fairy tried to deceive her with false information. This time, the fairy didn't just lie, she transformed into the princess's exact likeness to confuse her. Princess Anaya had to recognize her true self without any guidance. The fairy presented a magical mirror that displayed multiple reflections, but only one was real. Choosing the wrong one would cause the chamber to collapse. The princess closed her eyes, listened to her heart, and when she opened them, she knew the correct reflection. As soon as she made her choice, the fairy dissolved into smoke, and the second trial was complete. The third trial was a test of strength, but not just physical combat. She had to face a 2-headed serpent, the Master of Darkness. This creature could not be defeated with mere weapons. She had to awaken her inner power. Each time she attacked, the serpent transformed, sometimes into the wind, sometimes disappearing like a shadow. The princess dodged every strike but could not find a way to defeat it. Then she remembered an old saying, "Darkness can only be vanquished by light, not by war." Gathering all her strength, she closed her eyes and embraced the light within. Slowly, a brilliant glow radiated from her hands, enveloping the serpent. The creature let out a final shriek as its magic shattered and it faded into mist. The princess had triumphed. At last, she reached the dark palace. Inside, a grand throne room awaited her, and a formidable shadow stood before her. The final battle. As the princess stepped inside, the air turned frigid. A towering man with blood-red eyes stood before her. "You seek the golden book? Then defeat me first," Prince Kaif roared. Princess Anaya tried to raise her hands, but an unseen force held her to the ground. Prince Kaif hurled a bolt of lightning, but the princess had now understood her true strength. She closed her eyes, and suddenly a blue glow surrounded her hands. She unleashed a powerful beam of light at Kaif, but he merely laughed. "This is useless. You will never defeat me." Then, a vision came to her, memories of the old woman's teachings. Only those who believe in the power of their soul can emerge victorious. She gathered all her strength and sang an ancient hymn she had read in the scrolls. Suddenly, the palace walls shone with an ethereal light. Kaif screamed as his own magic turned against him. "This is impossible!" he howled, but his form gradually faded into nothingness, and the palace fell silent. Princess Anaya picked up the golden book. As soon as she opened it, a radiant light burst forth, spreading across the skies, banishing the darkness forever. She had won. Now, Princess Anaya was no longer just a princess.